Hey guys, welcome to your general reading for Cancer. We are going to take a look and see what you guys need to know right now. Apply this to your own unique situations. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you guys get notified on when my new videos post and when I go live. Also, if you guys are interested in wanting to follow me on my social media pages, personal readings with me on Zoom, pre-recorded, the links and the details are in the description box below. Also, if you guys haven't joined my channel, memberships, hit the join button. I'll greatly appreciate it if you guys did join, just to support me and also my channel. All right, so what messages do we have here for Cancer? What is Cancer's current overall energies for you guys? Current overall energies for Cancer. 3 of Cups, 9 of Swords, and the 6. There's a lot of stress and anxiety surrounding people in and around you right now. And I feel like you're trying to detach from these people, whether they're friends, family members, co-workers, okay? Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you guys are trying to manifest freedom, independence here. I think that one of the things I'm getting here is I feel like what is happening is I feel like you guys are trying to emancipate yourself and free yourself from your own mind, from your own fears, from your own worries here. A lot of this could be holding you back from your prosperity, you know, from your, I think from your freedom here, because I feel like, you know, a lot of times fear sort of like gets in the way, right? Our ego gets in the way. Like our ego is telling us, I can't do this, you know, I'm not good at this, I can't do this. You know, there's a sense of being kind of like stuck in it. It's almost like I feel there's an energy of like, you know, gaslighting yourself here, you know, when you do have the ability to do it, right? You do have the ability to make something happen here for yourself, but there's a sense of kind of like getting stuck in this old pattern of like, you know, this is what it is, you know, I can't change, you know, my situation can't change, you know, it can't be better here, right? So I feel like someone's fear is getting in the way of that, right? Someone's ego is getting in the way of that, right? So what are you not seeing here, Cancer? Queen of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You have the Two of Pentacles here. And also the Ace of Swords. And the Four of Pentacles here. Seven of, there's just a lot, there's a lot of confusion here for somebody. I feel like someone is having a hard time finding direction in their life here, you know? And I feel like what's happening here is like, what you're trying to seek, right? The answers are like right in front of you, right? The answers the answers actually come from within yourself, right? But I feel like someone is not looking within themselves here, you know? Someone is looking on the outside for that. They're hoping that, you know, something from the outside could be a saving grace for them, right? But, you know, what needs to happen is that someone needs to look within themselves and ask themselves, what is it that they need to do? You know, what is it that they need to do or see or understand where they could get to, you know, a place where they're free from their own fears here, their own worries here, their own anxieties here, right? Sometimes this is self-inflicted here, you know what I mean? You know, no, you know, I feel like what people need to do is take accountability because, you know, no one is really doing anything to us. We're actually doing it to ourselves, right? So, you know, the pain and the hurt, you know, the suffering that we may experience, you know, a lot of times it is self-inflicted. Sometimes, you know, people just put themselves there and they just feel safe being there, you know? So what's coming towards you? Eight of Swords, you know, that fear and that worry keeps coming up here for somebody here, Cancer. Page of Cups here, and yeah, it's a form of self-sabotage here too, what people don't realize. And that, you know, people, like I said, have a tendency to kind of stay in this energy because this is all they've known, you know, being in survival mode, right? It keeps coming up with the fear thing. The fear, the anxiety. Like, I feel like someone's ego is completely taken over here. And I feel like Summer is having a hard time dropping the ego or releasing the ego here. Because I feel like there's an opportunity for, you know, prosperity and wealth in someone's life here. But the problem is, I think that Summer has gotten really comfortable in staying in constant fear here, staying in constant ego, staying in constant survival mode. And just so you know, when you stay in that energy, you know, the ego creates a lot of resistance, right? The resistance to learn, to grow, to be a better person or something like that, you know? So right now, I just feel like Summer is really stuck. But the thing is that you don't have to be stuck here, right? So let's see what's coming in for you in love and relationships. Page of Pentacles, Tower, and the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Ace of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. And then the Lover's card. There's some sort of major rupture that's happening here in love, and I feel like Summer is hoping that this could be repaired here. Summer is feeling very lonely in the situation. And I feel like Summer could be coming to a realization that something's not working here. There is still love here. I think that Summer is hoping that there's a glimmer of hope that whatever the situation is, Summer is hoping that this will get better here, or that Summer will wake up here, you know? I don't really see that happening. What's coming in your career? The Sun card, Leo energy with the Two of Wands here. This is about someone here taking time to reflect on what direction that they want to go in their career here, okay? This is so interesting. I usually don't have reversals in my deck, but if they fly on the reverse, I'll read it that way. But I just feel like with the world in the reverse, I do feel like Summer is completely stuck. And I do feel like the stuckness has to do with the fear, the ego here, their survival, the flight or flight here, right? I feel like Summer so wants to just kind of like just take a leap of faith without any sort of fear here, but you can. You can. The only person that's stopping themselves from doing it is yourself, right? Tell me about what advice we have for you. Knight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Temperance here, Sagittarius energy. Summer is wasting a lot of time, just wasting a lot of time. I think that Spirit or this reading here could be showing Summer here a different way, but Summer is like just really stuck in the old programming, you know? Yeah, like I feel like someone's soul is ready for an upgrade here, but like their own ego, their own fear is getting in the way. If that makes sense. So, you know, Cancer, I do hope that this reading was helpful. I hope that this reading resonated. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll speak to you guys in another read. All right, thanks guys. Bye.